Soundstripe.
In the golden sands of the desert,
Soundstripe.
where the sun painted the dunes with warm colors, lived a tiny camel named Cleo. She had soft, sandy-colored fur, big, curious eyes, and the bounciest little hooves in the whole desert. Cleo loved to play, run, and explore. But there was one problem. She didn't take care of her things. Her mother gave her a beautiful, sturdy water jug to carry on her adventures. But Cleo often left it lying in the sand. Her father gave her a soft blanket to keep warm at night. But Cleo dragged it through the dust and always got it dirty. Even her favorite toy, a little stuffed lizard named Lenny, was always getting lost because Cleo forgot where she left it. One morning, Cleo set off on an adventure across the dunes. She ran up and down the sandy hills, kicking up golden dust. She was so busy playing and having fun that she started to get really hot in the bright sunshine. But when she got thirsty and reached for her water jug, it was gone. "Oh no!" Cleo cried. "I must have left it behind." She hurried back, searching for her jug, but the wind had blown the sand over it, and no matter how hard she looked, she couldn't find it. She had not taken care of it, and now it was buried somewhere and lost forever. Feeling hot and tired, Cleo trudged home. When she arrived, she flopped onto her blanket. Rip! It tore in the middle. "Oh no, my blanket," she groaned. She was not careful with her nice, soft blanket, and now it had a big hole in it. Then she reached for Lenny the lizard to cheer herself up. But Lenny was missing too. She had no idea where she had left him the last time she played with him. If she had put him away like she was supposed to, she would have him right now. Tears filled Cleo's eyes. She realized that she had lost or ruined all the things she loved because she hadn't taken care of them. Her mother gently sat beside her. "Cleo, the things we have help us, but only if we take care of them," she said. "When we respect our belongings, they last longer and make life better." Cleo sniffled. "I understand now. I promise to take care of my things." The next day, Cleo got a new water jug, and this time she always kept it close. She never forgot to bring it with her, and always had water when she was thirsty. She patched up and mended her blanket with her father's help, and folded it neatly every night so that it stayed soft and warm. And when she finally found Lenny hiding under a palm tree, she hugged him tight and never left him behind again. If she was done playing with him, she always put him back where he belonged for the next time she needed him. From that day on, Cleo learned that respecting her belongings wasn't just about keeping them. It was about appreciating and taking care of what she had. And with that, every adventure became even better. The end.
Soundstripe.
Cleo the Tiny Camel had learned the importance of taking care of her belongings. She kept her water jug close, folded her blanket neatly, and always made sure her favorite stuffed lizard, Lenny, was safe. One breezy afternoon, Cleo decided to have a picnic by the big palm tree near her home. She packed her favorite snacks, sweet dates and crunchy nuts, along with her blanket and, of course, Lenny. When she arrived, she spread out her blanket and set everything up. The wind made the palm leaves sway, and Cleo giggled as it tickled her fur. But as she started munching on her treats, a stronger gust of wind blew through the desert. Whoosh! Before Cleo could grab it, her blanket lifted into the air like a kite. "Oh no," she cried, watching it tumble across the sand. She jumped up to chase it, but the wind was too fast. Then she heard another sound. Thump, thump, thump. Lenny the lizard was rolling away too. Cleo's heart sank. She had forgotten to tuck her things carefully under a rock or put them safely in her bag. She had been careful for so long, but today she got lazy, and now her things were blowing away. Determined, Cleo ran as fast as her little hooves could carry her. She weaved through the dunes, kicking up sand, until finally, plop, her blanket got caught on a cactus. Carefully, she pulled it off. She made sure that it did not tear as she gently tugged the blanket off of the cactus prickles. When it was finally free, she hugged it close. "I won't let this happen again," she promised. Then she spotted something half buried in the sand. Lenny. She scooped him up and brushed him off, making sure all the sand and dirt was gone. "I've got you now." When Cleo returned to the palm tree, she took extra care to keep her belongings safe. She placed her blanket under a heavy rock and tucked Lenny snugly in her bag. That evening, as she snuggled into her cozy blanket with Lenny beside her, Cleo smiled. She had learned that even on windy days, taking care of her things was important. And from then on, no matter where her adventures took her, she always made sure her belongings were safe, because she knew they were worth protecting. The end. Cleo the Tiny Camel had been doing a great job taking care of her belongings. She kept her blanket clean, held on to Lenny the stuffed lizard tightly, and never left her water jug behind again. One hot afternoon, as she trotted through the desert, she reached for her water jug. Crack! A small rock had been sitting under it, and when she set it down too hard, the jug split right down the middle. "Oh no," Cleo gasped. Water dripped into the sand, disappearing in an instant. She couldn't believe that she had broken it. She was so upset and disappointed that she couldn't keep it safe. She hurried home to show her mother. "Mama, my jug broke," she said sadly. "I didn't mean to, but now I can't use it anymore." Her mother gave her a gentle nuzzle. "It's okay, Cleo. Accidents happen. We'll get you a new one." The next day, Cleo's father brought her a brand new water jug. It was shiny, smooth, and even had a pretty pattern carved into the side. Cleo grinned. "Wow, this is even better than my old one." For a while, Cleo was extra careful. She always placed her new jug gently on the ground and kept it safe in the shade. But as time passed, she started to be less careful. She forgot that she had to keep it safe and stopped paying attention to her water jug. One day, as she played near the dunes, she set her jug down on a wobbly rock. It tipped over and rolled down the hill. Thump, thump, crack. Cleo ran after it, but it was too late. A big crack had split the side. Cleo frowned. "Oh well, I'll just get another one," she shrugged. Last time her parents just gave her a new one, so why should she care about this one? Her mother overheard what she said and gently told her, "Cleo, just because something can be replaced doesn't mean it isn't important." Every time we lose something, we waste what was once useful. That water jug was really nice, and you could have used it for a long time if you had been careful with it. Cleo thought about this. She remembered how much she had loved her first jug and how excited she had been to get this new one. Now, because she hadn't been careful, it was broken too. That night, Cleo's father helped her fix the crack with a special desert clay. It wasn't as perfect as before, but it still worked. Cleo smiled as she filled it with cool water. From that day on, Cleo treated her things with care, not because they couldn't be replaced, but because she learned to respect and appreciate what she had. And as she sipped from her mended jug, she realized something important. Just because something isn't new doesn't mean it isn't special. The end.
Soundstripe. Soundstripe.